And now, the Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Dan Soder.
This is the Bonfire. Faction Talk, Sirius XM 103. Jacob's giving us a little tutorial here. We got Joe Logano zooming in a few.
So we're in our... Jacob got our Pennzoil jackets back. Turns out mine wasn't in storage. It's right here.
It was here. You just didn't want to wear it?
Oh, there he is. Come on over, Jay.
Yep.
Yeah. Two-time NASCAR, another title.
Thank you. You guys look amazing. I don't know if everyone can actually see the way you guys look, but we all look like we should have called each other before we put on our outfits today. We all got the same suits on.
Dude, we're
lots of red and yellow shell pencil stuff. You guys never looked better, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was a big Hulkamaniac growing up, so I feel like I'm natural into these colors of red and yellow.
Jacob dressed us like dolls.
Yeah, Jacob dressed us up like his little action figure.
Oh, well, Joey, I'll get to this. I was going to save this for later, but I'll get to it right now. I mean, there's a video of me of all of us watching you win in 2018 that we want to play you. But
oh yeah,
if you hang up on this call immediately after watching this video, we all understand.
Yeah,
it might scare you a little.
I promise he's not going to break your ankles like in Misery.
These are the lookout signs that Selena ignored from her biggest fan.
Yeah. Don't let Jacob run your fan club.
Well, I feel like I got to see this now.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't worry.
Can you see this, Joey?
So this is back in 2018. There's your last turn. There it is.
All right.
I mean, look at that.
I love that. Yeah, you guys are real fans. Yeah, now I know you're not just BSing me and you're wearing this because I'm on your show. This is like the real deal here.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
well,
Jacob
me and Dan have started following you since because Jacob was such a big fan. But it was hilarious, and I'll tell you what's funny is when we had you on last time, and people listened to the show and enjoyed the show, they sent me and Dan these glorious pit crew jackets.
Pennzoil sent this thing. This thing's unbelievable.
And I'm telling you, in this video right here, you see, I think that day I found out that the 500 and Daytona 500 means laps.
In that day, over snacks, he learned that.
And we were gifted these beautiful jackets, and I think they gave Jacob like a matchbook or something. What did they give you?
Joey, to show how much Pennzoil respects my loyalty to you, they sent these two guys who have never watched a race before in their lives official 22 pit crew jackets. So I would like you to take a message back to Pennzoil from me. I don't need their charity. I paid for this on my own. I need nothing from them. But if they want to send me a pit crew jacket in a size medium to the address that they have on file, I might wear it.
I believe it too. I'm pretty sure we can make that happen. There's enough people that are standing right behind this computer screen that are listening right now, and I'm pretty sure one of them is going to do it.
Well, you listen here, people behind the screen. You heard Jacob's shriek of joy. You don't want to hear a shriek of terror if he doesn't get a medium Pennzoil jacket.
That's right.
I didn't want
back here.
I don't want the two-time champ. I didn't want the two-time champ to hear my high-pitched voice like that. I need something for my pain.
Two-time champion. I mean, it's definitely time to leave the family now and start reaping the rewards, right? No? Oh, all right.
I love my family. Are you kidding me? Honestly, what made it so special this time is that my wife was there, and she was there the first time, and Hudson was there the first time as well. But he was only, at the time he was 9 months old when we won the championship the first time. Now he's 4. And
so he has sort of a concept,
the checkered flag and got in the car. We did donuts together.
That's awesome.
The car,
that's really cool.
Awesome. There's not much of a car seat in the car for him.
Yeah, that'd be highly dangerous. What age?
Well, I mean, I felt good about it. I felt all right. I was in a closed circuit,
Yeah,
good environment.
What age do you put him on the pit crew? 6, 7?
As soon as he can start helping, we'll see what he can do here.
I'd love to tune into a race
Give
and
him a
be
couple
like,
wrenches, see what happens.
and that's right, Joey Logano has put his own son in the pit crew. He's just holding a giant fucking zip, sheep, 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 sheep.
The tire's bigger than him.
Yeah, it's a 7-year-old carrying a tire. How has it been since? I mean, I bet once you win this thing, it's like probably a blur for the next 3 days. But since you've been here before, are you handling like the post-win adrenaline dump better?
Yeah, I mean, the first 15 minutes of winning the championship is the highlight.
Yeah.
It doesn't get better than when you first get out of the car, you see your team for the first time, you see your family for the first time. Like, it's just like, it's bonkers. It's awesome. Like, that is the moment that you do all this for, right? Is that to see everybody smiling as excited as I am. Right. And then you share that moment. It's great. And then, you do all the media, and we didn't get out of the racetrack till close to 11 o'clock that night. And then we had a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
And then the next morning started at 5:30 for me. So you just kind of like, I didn't really sleep until last night for the first time.
Yeah. I was always
I feel great again now.
I was always amazed when you would see like guys win the Super Bowl and then they're like on Jimmy Kimmel that night or like the next night. And you're like, damn, you didn't have any time just to sit back and be like, dude, we won. I mean, that's got to be
Probably the time to get you, though. Your adrenaline's got to be still cooking.
Yeah, it's hard to get the time, right? I mean, there's a lot of great things that come along winning a championship, but a lot of it is that, hey, you want to take the opportunity to you keep pushing your sport, push your team along, and take that opportunity and make the most of it. So, you want to celebrate it, and we will. We will have plenty of time to celebrate it over the off season. But the first couple of days, you want to ride the momentum. You want to ride that wave of what a championship brings. And so you just hit it hard, and hey, I'll sleep later at some point.
Yeah, also, when does your mind have to go to, because you said that 15 minutes is amazing right afterwards, when does your mind go to like, oh, it's 0-0 again? Like everything's like zeroed out and it starts over.
Not yet.
Yeah, okay.
Good.
Yeah,
you got to hold on to it as long as. Were there any enemies you thought about after you won your second time? Like, man, I would really like to rub this second win in someone's face.
No.
Okay.
No, not really.
I understand that that's probably a private conversation, but I just wanted to. I
can't say there really is that.
Yeah, there's not some girl that dunked you in high school that got fat now.
You're like, hey,
Fat
Janice.
Kathy.
Hey, Janice Myers. Guess who just got his second cup? And you're driving a Nissan Altima.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't say like I've ever you don't do it for the people you don't like you or you don't like.
Well, that's not why you do it, maybe.
People that like you.
Well,
That's
that
the
might
problem
be
with
because
you
you
guys.
run on
What you guys do, you guys do this great radio show just to really rub it into people's face that you don't like.
I bought my father had a heart situation. He had to get surgery, and I bought him a treadmill out of pure spite because he never spent money like that on me in my life. So I got it just to be like, suck on that, dickhead. Here's the best treadmill has to offer.
Yeah, like
whatever fuels you, you know?
And we get it, but I'm saying maybe the next time you win a NASCAR championship, which I think will happen again.
Oh, yeah.
I think as you're hitting that donut, you give your son will be old enough you can stand with your wife, and you just throw the bird out the driver window and yell out an enemy's name as you're doing donuts.
Oh, yeah.
I could.
That's for your heel turn.
That.
You let me know when you're going to have a heel turn, and we will engineer this, Joey Logano. When you
We'll
go
have a whole plan put together.
Oh, my
this
God.
This would be an interesting way to celebrate.
Oh, the colors change?
Woo! When you come out in the NWO black and white, come on, Joey.
We go from the Hogan colors to the NWO?
Oh, and then it's Joey Logano for life. Wow, 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 wow.
That'd be great.
You guys got an amazing imagination. I will say that.
I like it. Oh, it's underneath. He's wearing a whole other bodysuit underneath the bodysuit.
Oh, he turns on the Pennzoil team. He's been with Quaker this whole time. Jacob, you have a question?
I got to ask a couple of questions about the race, Joey.
Save us.
I was so excited. Man, you had this. I felt like you won this race before it started, but I got to ask a couple of questions. I don't know if you've seen the NBC broadcast, but it was driving me nuts because I know they have to create a little dramatic tension, but every lap they were predicting your demise. This is where the other guy takes over. This is where the other guy takes over. But the second stage is what scared me to death because they were really talking about you guys maybe running out of fuel. How scared were you about running out of fuel, and how close did it actually come to running out of fuel in the second stage?
So when I have not watched the broadcast back yet, I like to. That's always kind of fun after you win to watch. But the fuel mileage situation, we had a really long run there. We started the run, we were 2 laps short is what we thought on fuel. So it becomes a tricky situation when that happens, because you gotta save fuel to make it to the end of the stage, but you also don't want to give up spots, right? The only way you save fuel is you got to go slower, right? You got to lift earlier. You're on the gas less. Basically is what it is. So, it's kind of a balance of save some fuel, don't get past, save some fuel, and get past. So we kind of managed to where we finished second in that stage. We were fine. I think we actually saved plenty to where we actually saved an extra lap that we didn't need to, but it's better to be safe than sorry in that situation, because really in that situation, you can't win the race, but you definitely can lose the race in that moment. So we wanted to make sure we didn't take ourselves out.
Well, as my dad said about the broadcast, they like to put a little salt and pepper on it.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do a little bit, but honestly, a lot of the stuff they say, it's true, right?
Yeah.
That's how NASCAR racing is. Anything can happen at any point, right? You can, like in other sports, you can have such a huge lead that they can't catch you.
Yeah.
In our sport, like you can have a huge lead and then the caution comes out, or then something happens, and the next thing you know, it's all starting back at 0 again.
Have you ever ran out of fuel? Have you ever ran out of gas? I mean, probably hasn't happened in a long time, but like during a race?
Oh yeah. It's not really good when the shell car runs out of gas. Okay. The shell car always has to have gas in it. We make sure of that.
Have you ever heard critique of you that you agree with in some way, or it hits you a little bit?
Yeah. There's no one harder on their craft than I am. Like I go.
No, as I'm saying, it's why more like it hurts when you hear stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like critique, especially when it's one where you're like, that is my soft spot.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. It's always when there's like some truth mixed in that you're like, damn, this son of, you got me.
It's usually me that I see it first, or I know it already happened and I don't have to rewatch it. Or if I do rewatch it, I'm like, you idiot. Like, why did you do it that way? Like, and that's usually what it is, which is okay, because it means you're learning, right? It means you're getting better and you're looking for it. So it's okay. I've found ways to cope with it over the years, because let's be honest, in our sport, it's not one-on-one, right? It's 1-on-40. And so you lose a lot. Yeah. Right? Like we had a great year. We won 5 races. That's a great year.
Yeah.
We lost 31 of them. That means, right? We lost a ton of races. And so you learn how to find success in different areas, but you really have to get good at losing. As weird as that sounds, you have to get good at understanding, how to be better and be able to stack in the wins when it matters the most.
How much time did that take you to learn to be okay with losing?
I'd say the first few years of my career was probably the hardest, because when I moved into the Cup Series, I was 18 years old.
Yeah.
And I didn't have much experience, and everything up to that point came really easy for me.
Sure.
I had a lot of talent and I didn't have to work at it because I just won. Right?
Yeah.
And so I had the size of Texas, right? I was the man, and I believed it. And then I got to the Cup Series and I got my ass kicked for a long, long time.
Yeah.
For years. And eventually I lost my job and I got this amazing second opportunity at Penske. But I went through this moment of I don't know. I've never lost before, and it hurt a lot. And I didn't even know where I was bad, right? First you have to identify your weaknesses before you can go to work at it. And there were so many of them, I couldn't handle them all. And so you start to kind of work at it, and you start to see a little bit of success, but it doesn't happen overnight. It takes years, and then you lose your job, even though you're still getting better, but then it just didn't work out. And now you're back on the streets looking for a job, and then you get one, and it's like, and then you fast forward a few years and you get 2 championships. It's just kind of crazy how it all works, but you just got to keep grinding it out and keep, having the attitude of looking for more and not being satisfied with really where you're at.
Jacob, when did you pick up your fanhood?
That's what I was going to say. Joey, I don't know if you know Mojo Nixon. He's a broadcast. So Mojo is the one who took me to my first race. I was 12 or 13 years ago. And he explained, I'd never watched a race. And then he explained everything to me. And he said, you got to pick a driver. because you're going to enjoy the sport a lot more when you start rooting for somebody. And I picked you because I saw this guy was getting picked on but didn't back down. You know, you get in your fights with Tony Stewart, and I admired your confidence even back then when you were under all that pressure. And then you started kicking ass with Team Penske, and I couldn't have been happier for you, man. I've stuck with you this whole time because I admire your confidence and how you handle yourself. Because I was thinking, you know, you can't have friends, and I always want to be liked. And when you can't have you can't be a champion at NASCAR and want the other drivers to like you, because eventually they're going to move you, or you're going to have to move them to win a race, and then they're not going to want to go bass fishing with you. You know, and you have to be okay with that. And I admire that you always are, but you're a total gentleman at the same time. So I really appreciate that.
I think in competition, it's always a little bit different than in life, and you have to be able to flip gears when it comes to this, right? Because what is a friendship, right? What is a true friend? Or a true friend is truly happy for your success, right? Like, think about the people you care about the most. If they have a great day at work, or they have some kind of success in their life, you're truly happy for them, right? When my competitors win a race, I am not happy for them. I don't care. Like, I'm like, whatever. I didn't win. I don't care, because I'm competing against them. It's not that I don't like them as people. I'm sure they're great, but I can't honestly say I'm happy for their success, because I'm trying to do the same thing, right? They're trying to take food off my kid's plate, and I'm trying to take food off their kid's plate. Is that a friendly thing to do? No, it's not at all. So why would I even try to put that in the same category?
He would love
that. Fuck you, Kyle Busch's kids.
It's hard to be friends with people you compete against.
You would love our friend
some
Lewis.
People do it.
Yeah, that's really
how they do it.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
I could. Yeah. Well, it always reminds me. Your attitude always reminds me of the quote from Gordon Gekko from Wall Street: "If you need a friend, get a dog." You're not going to find one on the track. You can't.
Well, in that case, yeah. Now, that being said, I have great people in my life. I have people I love to death that I'm truly happy for, right? But it's not anyone on the racetrack with me. I promise you that.
Is it so much sweeter winning these 2 championships with Penske after getting fired and finding a new job, and then, you know, having a lot of success, and, you know, 4 years, 2 championships is great.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's sweet doing it with Team Penske. It's even better doing it with the same partners on the race car, right? Michelle and Pennzoil have been on the car for 10 years now, right? Ford's been together for 10 years. Like, having that group of people that have stayed together for a long period of time, that keep growing, and then when you have success after all that growth together, right? That's what makes it so special. That's the moment where it's like, that's awesome, right? If you're jumping ship from one team to the next team, to the next team, and then you win one here and you win one there, it's still great. Don't get me wrong, but it would be different. And the fact that you have those close relationships, that's what makes, like, to a point in the beginning of this interview, the first 15 minutes, because those people, like, you've been around them for 10 plus years now, right? And you have that close relationship. You know their families. You know the situation with them. That's what makes it super cool.
The stakes are so high, and I mean, I really think you can't crack under the pressure. And your pit crew was flawless. You were flawless, and the other drivers, they all had mistakes, and that's what you can't make a mistake on the final race.
Did you look over at the losers teams in their pits and just look at them laugh? Because, man, they've known each other for 10 years, and look at them all sad and miserable together. And be like, I'm enjoying your child's food.
You go, guys, give me my victory eggs. I'm gonna drive by and hit them.
You guys, all you care about is knocking people down. What about? I was just enjoying the victory. I know.
Aren't you excited? Aren't you excited? We're on your team.
Yeah, man. Imagine if we were on someone else's. That'd be way worse. Joey, we really appreciate you taking time out. You are Jacob's favorite athlete, so for you to come on the show is a massive thing for Jacob. I'm
glad to be on your show.
He is a huge fan, and you've always been nothing but kind to us.
Thank you so much,
We really appreciate you taking some time out. Congratulations.
Congratulations, dude. Enjoy it.
2nd championship. It's unbelievable. More to come. You're incredible, man. Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks, Joey. Oh,
Think
and,
about leaving your family. Think about it.
Hey, you don't have to wait for the next time I win a championship to invite me back on, though. All right.
You have an
Deal.
open
Yes.
ticket.
Well, you know what?
right.
We'll talk to you when Jacob gets his medium jacket. Penske people in the back of the
We'll find
room.
one.
Oh, and
Ju-
Joey, I like that hat you're wearing. Tell Penske and Penzo to throw that one in too. Okay?
They owe him.
I'll,
They
I'll
owe
be
him.
checking with the mailroom next week.
Yeah. You rule, Joey.
All
Thanks
right,
so much.
guys.
Thank you, man.
All right, bye.
Congratulations.
We're going to take a break. We're going to be right back. It's the Bonfire. Jacob's so giddy. You can hear it. We'll be right back. It's the Bonfire.
Simply the best.
He
Jacob,
wasn't-
you got a belly full of Logano right now.
Yeah, he wasn't going to shit on anybody, dude. And you know what? It shows that, he's very good at the press thing.
And Kyle Busch would have trashed him.
Well, honestly, that might turn me toward T. Bush. If the guy's out here.
Guy dives in hard on Logano. I'm going to be like, I respect that.
But Logano, what I do love is what we were talking about, that you could just tell he's got confidence.
Oh, yeah.
That guy's like, he's like, even like, I didn't even have a hard time until I got to the NASCAR Cup Series.
I know, and then he's like, and then I started getting my ass kicked. But then he goes like, and now when I win, like, I want them. I'm rooting for their success. Because, it's funny, there is a different thing in the world. Like, I know we're not competing against each other,
Sure.
like me and you,
Yeah.
in comedy, we'll say, like stand-up. But we are, there's some element of that. Like, you
Well,
want to
there's
get successful, and like, they're
There's 100% a toughness on yourself that can turn into competition.
But I'm saying, like, I am absolutely anyone's lying if you got something huge tomorrow.
Yeah.
They'd be lying if they were like, I am 100% pure positivity happiness. Like, there's always going to be something you just going like, damn though, dude, I guess I'm not getting my thing, huh?
I remember
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but that doesn't make you not I think we're dear friends.
Yeah.
In that I'd be 99% like, dude, you deserve whatever you get. But then you're like, damn, he got it.
I was in a cab riding back from the cellar with Joe List when 2018, when I found out I was getting an HBO special, and we were like talking about it, and List goes, after us talking about this, I'm really in a place where I'm genuinely happy for you. And it was like honest in a way where I was like, oh shit, no, I know you're not lying. Because if he was lying, you would have been like, oh my God, I'm over the moon. I'm just so happy. But we were talking about like, hey, I realize I'm like lucky. I'm like 1 of 7 that got it. It was pretty crazy.
Also, what you learn though, and the big thing is like, if HBO special and this and that and the other thing move you on to a big thing.
Yeah.
Like there's an odds chance. It's just good. It's just good for Joe List in some way. There's just something someday that you'll think like Joe List is the guy for this.
For sure. And I think
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Whether it's
like
a tour, whether it's in anything, I don't know. You get what I'm saying? Like, you'll find. So that's what you also realize. So it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's just like it's insecurity. It's your own, like, your self-worth goes like, I guess, what are the odds that me and Dan are both going to get something big?
Well, I do.
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
do that with jokes, dude. Like, I'll see someone with a great bit, and I'll be like, I suck, dude. All my bits suck. Like Kurt was the guy that did that to me when I first moved to New York. Like, every time I watched him. Every time I watched Kurt Metzger, I was like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a fraud. I feel that way when
Also,
I
what
watch
you have to realize is that you're just, what you actually are is just nowhere near the same kind of comedian as Kurt Metzger.
Yeah.
That's what you have to realize. You're like, man, I don't write anything good. He goes, yeah, but I also, it's like Dave Attell. You're like, yeah, but I also don't
That's
write,
exactly.
I also don't write set up punch jokes. So it's like,
I remember after the Boston bombing, I was smoking a cigarette outside of the cellar, and Attell walked up and he's like, how many Boston bombing jokes do you have? And I was like, none, I don't have any. And he was like, no, come on, seriously, how many do you have? I was like, none. And he's like, I got 4. And then I walked in, and you're like, oh, fuck. And then I felt bad for like a week, being like, just like putting pen to paper, being like, bomb, more like the bomb. Fuck, I don't know. I got nothing on this, dude.
bomb the Yad bomb.
You ever bomb a marathon and it's like,
Boston.
what's up with
Yad
that?
bomb.
What do they call it?
No, that's just exactly. It's like, and the idea is there's as much to chance. Also, what I love, again, broadcasting. To me, that's like Boston bombing humor is something to do, like like when you're talking like this.
Yeah, feel it out.
In that mode. Well, it also, you make everyone in the room, like, whatever it is. It's just, it's just a better thing. I never think about doing like
a bit
about it. More likely, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not the way I kind of operate. So it's not that Dave Attell being great makes your shit suck. You're just doing a different thing.
When Kev was,
but that feeling when you're like,
when Kev was blowing up and you were here,
mm-hmm.
I mean, you probably have the greatest example of a friend that started. You have the best example of a friend that got like hyper successful quickly.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, you guys are cool.
Yeah.
But you guys were close. Like I have it with Che, but not, I mean, Che's nowhere near Kevin Hart.
This will be a big tell, by the way. I'm very interested when Ari said that yesterday. We're pre-recording now, but Ari was in here Monday.
Yeah.
When he came in, I don't know if I think we were on break when he said we were talking about our special. No, Ari helped produce my special.
Yeah.
In a major way. And it was
it was for people that don't know Ari Shaffir, it's another example of a guy that has
an amazing person,
has a reputation of just being like a wild card, crazy asshole, and then you see him up close as a friend, and you're like, damn, he's a good friend, and like good for comedy. He's very good for comedy.
All of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely true. He said to me, I think it was on the break, though, he was like, this is the time, though, because I'm telling you, because he's doing it now with his promotion.
Yeah.
And he was like, start writing a list right now. He goes, every celebrity that you know, it's time to cash that in and be like, hey, will you post this?
Yeah.
And he goes, and you have Kevin Hart. Like,
and Jonathan Davis.
There's some, well, that's absolutely, I'll ask him too. Do you know what I mean?
But
like,
Kev is the guy where it's like.
But he goes, just like right now, he goes, you should figure out, I certainly don't have Kev's number right now.
You know who else you have? I mean, he's.
But I'm a phone call away from like getting his phone number from somebody.
Sure.
Or somebody telling him, Keith or whatever, to hit me up. So it's not that, but I asking him, it will be interesting
to see if he
does it or not.
I mean, he did it for Billy Eichner in Bros.
That's right, he did.
So if he does it, you know what I mean?
Yo, check out my man sucking each other's booty holes over here on the bro. Okay, now, first things first.
They gonna fuck.
Guy fucks guy in the butt. Okay, now, you thinking, how's the dick on the butt? Fuck on the dick. Come on down.
No, it all started with Stonewall.
Hang on, now,
Stonewall got gays' rights.
Now, hold on, get too far ahead of himself. Let me explain. Now, dick goes in the booty hole, booty hole in the dick.
The big one that you could also do, but he's not on social media, is Pete.
Pete Davidson?
Yeah.
Yeah, have him do it from Dave Cyrus's.
Yeah, I mean, it would just, you know what I mean? I'm trying to think of who the most...
doing okay in an asylum somewhere. Check out Big J is the thing.
Turns out I'm fucking one of the presidents of Venezuela's daughters.
Here's my ones I'm going to try. Who is that?
Who
the hell is that?
Spam.
You mother F.
Ew.
You mother F.
You and your donations that lead to spam calls.
You sure did it now, you mother F.
You mother effer. You got me real PO'd.
Ooh, I'm PO'd. Here's my list. I'll start going through it now. It's a good thought process. Johnny Popper, for sure.
I mean, but he is one of the sweetest men in the world, so that's a yes.
Absolutely. Oh, Popper will just post it.
Yeah.
I'm saying the ones that we'll do it, for sure.
Sure. Jonathan Davis.
Ray Luzier, the drummer.
Yeah.
100%. Jonathan Davis is a 50-50.
You know who I'd put now?
Who?
This is pretty cool. Everlast.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because he'd be like, oh.
Have you texted him?
No.
You got to text him. You got to do that before it dries up.
I know.
Because I fucked up. I didn't text Kyle Shanahan fast enough after he texted me on Rogan.
Yeah.
And I needed to, like, probably 2 weeks later be like, your downhill toss is sick.
Yeah,
I
really
needed to do something because now it's closed. Now I have to wait to see him again.
Yeah,
before I can.
Yeah, all right, you're right. All right, I owe Everlast a text. I just am nervous. By the way, it's not that I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm like I don't want to fuck up.
Yeah,
like he came so like what would you call that? Like same level. Do you know what I mean? Like not acquaintance is the wrong word. Just like two people. It was like just like two normal guys. And came up with a real. Hey, we're normal guys now with each other. Like, here's my number and whatever. And you're like, yeah. And now I'm like, I don't know how. I don't want to not be normal guy, my thing. Your raps are good. I don't know.
I don't know.
Do
you remember when you sang about that girl that got an abortion? And then it made me think about it.
She got pregnant by a kid named Tom said he was in love.
But he said, don't
real?
worry about a thing, baby
real?
girl. You're the one I've been dreaming of.
Are you Tom?
Are you Tom? So Everlast. Jonathan Davis, Everlast.
Yeah. Everlast, you can get on the idea that he could say, like, I was at the taping. You know, he can give, like, a real endorsement, which is pretty cool. After that,
damn,
shit.
Dude. If this was 2001, you'd get on TRL with just those two alone.
Yeah, I know. Oh.
They would promote your special on TRL.
Dude, I possibly would hit up Fatone.
Yeah, dude.
Joey Fatone.
I think that would be
Sal.
fine.
That's an easy, like Sal.
Yeah.
We'll send it over. Oh,
Yeah.
Sal, by the way.
I mean, what are we talking about?
That's a hugie.
One of our closest friends.
Sal's a biggie.
Nate's up there, dude.
Nate's a biggie.
I went and saw Nate in a theater
Will Nate
in
promote
Newark,
it?
New Jersey.
Will Nate promote it?
Yes.
I wouldn't be mad at him if he didn't.
I think I think he will. Dude, I saw how big
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I really mean
Yeah.
that. Like, if Nate was just like, dude, my audience just like, you probably don't want me to draw my audience to it. Do you know what I mean? But
I wonder if he has to post it late at night where he's like, hey, this is Nate
y'all.
after dark.
Hey, y'all.
Are your kids asleep?
By the way, Nate might be offended that I would even guess that and go, it's like, are you out of your mind? Of course I would promote
No,
it.
I think Nate.
I think he will. Actually.
Everything we've said, Nate would laugh at because
Yeah.
he'd be like, yeah, dude.
I think he would also promote it. I
Yeah.
think he just will.
I mean, but it's like,
I would just understand if he hit me up with a reason why he doesn't even think it's a good idea.
yeah.
I'd listen to that. I go, yeah. I go, are you? Because by the way, a bunch of his people would love it, but like, I don't want him to get shit back because he's promoting something that some of his fans would also be like, I hate this.
Well, Rogan.
Rogan will have me on for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. But I'm sorry, it's just like a post. Like, yeah, but Rogan's a great example for sure. It's huge. Tom Segura.
Jay, I don't know
Bert?
if you remember this, but I used to work for the Foxhole.
Uh-huh.
Dude, if you got Jamie Foxx to post it,
He won't.
I was once in a huddle with Jamie Foxx, so
And when he said what?
we didn't
God
actually
bless us
speak
for
to
God
each other
bless us for this
directly.
performance.
We didn't actually talk directly,
What
but
do
I
you
was
thi-
in a huddle, so I can pull some strings and maybe get something.
Get
Jacob,
over
dead
Fox.
honest.
Yeah.
No kayfabe here. Do you think you could get to the Fox man himself? He's busy filming BetMGM commercials, dude, and the Mike Tyson buyout.
Are we being for real now?
Biography. Yeah.
No, not a chance.
No way in God's green earth.
What about Sherry Shepherd?
Maybe Cheryl Underwood.
Ooh.
Cheryl Underwood. That's right.
I'll take it. Oh, hey, speaking of that, Lou, why don't you get your boy Sebastian Maniscalco?
I'm sure he would.
You're going to get it to him?
Shit. Now that I'm thinking about it.
You know what it is? That's like
What's the matter, Lou?
You know
Oh,
what
I
that,
can't get Jamie Foxx. You can get Sebastian, though.
You know what it is? That's like, do you want to get lunch? Love to. Tomorrow? Oof. You know what? Tomorrow's tough.
You want to have Jim Brewer do it between insurrection stir-ups?
Oh my God, I can't wait, dude. For him on his Fuck Fauci tour. He's like, now this is big. If you got, who else? I'm trying to think who else we have.
Not Little Kim, not Fat Joe. He never came in.
Damn.
Not Jersey Shore. These are people I've not stayed in any kind of touch with or tried. Oh, Steve-O. That'll be a big one. That's a goodie.
Steve-O, yeah.
That's a goodie. Steve-O will do it for sure. We have the same manager. So
Joey
he does it
Logano?
real dick. Joey Logano.
He goes, vroom,
He
vroom.
does a Dan one. He does a Dan one. Maybe not mine.
Vroom, vroom. Park your butts on the couch and watch this special. It'll have
Time
you,
to pull up for a 1 hour pit stop to check out my man Big J's new special.
laughs are coming in at 100 miles an hour. Zoom, 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 zoom. That's a checkered flag for an incredible time.
Laughs going by like, nyang.
Nyang, nyang, nyang. Nyang, nyang. That's just Christine laughing at the special. I'm trying to think who else we can for this big promotional push. Kev, do you think Kev will do it?
No. Maybe, though. I mean, it would be, like, he wouldn't be wrong in to think, like, how out of, like, if he does it, he's doing it pure favor. It's not, he's just not familiar with my comedy. So if he does it, I think he might be worried that he really can't promote it. You can promote guys 69 on a beach for a movie. That's what the world we're in today.
Yeah, but you don't think that there's like he's got such a large slice of people's attention that there's not a ton of people. You're one of the funniest people on earth. That if he shows them that, I understand that you say some no words and you have some risque topics, but I'm saying like. There are several people. Here's the same thing where it's like the Rogan push. It's like the Rogan bump for like Norman, Shane, and Ari. Like they all get together, and then there's so many people that watch Rogan that they're like, "Oh, these guys fucking rule." And then there's actually
nothing when I think about this actual special. There's actually nothing in there would be problematic for Kev.
Yeah.
Actually, isn't. This isn't like a. It really isn't that.
Yeah.
But it comes out, and I go, oh, I did forget about that. But he goes, the N-word, everybody, that little word that stirs up such a big problem.
I don't know why Jay called the
Get
special.
over it, black people.
I don't know why Jay called the special the hard R. I really don't know why. I thought that was
Kev,
in
could you
poor
do me a
taste.
solid?
Yeah.
And if you wouldn't mind just heavy endorsing this thing, don't even watch it.
I need you to push this, buddy. Yeah, that'll be fun. Are you
Okay, now listen. Let me explain. Now, I never watched Special.
Nah.
Now, Jay hit me up after 25 years.
Jay was a
and he
different guy.
said, Now
Jay's a different guy. Things were going on. The towers were up. Jay and I were driving to New York, but the towers were still up.
Okay, now, boom. Now, boom.
Bang.
Jay says, promote the special for me. I think I'm doing a favor for an old friend.
Bang. And all of a sudden, now I've lost 3 sponsors. And now I lost 3
Paul P.
commercials.
Production is in the red. Now, bang, boom.
Bang, bang, boom. I got to sell one of my 48 houses.
Goodbye, Golf Island. Bam, boom. Let me explain.
Do you...
What about?
what?
I have one. Amy Schumer.
Yeah, but I don't think... I think that's actually an audience that I would be like...
Yeah, she's had to like weave herself to a different thing.
Yeah.
She would.
10 years... I mean, 10 years ago, easily.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the actual material, weirdly enough, she would not feel comfortable probably endorsing. I think years ago she would have, but like I think whatever position she finds herself in now, like I don't think she would do. You know what I mean? Like Nikki could push it.
Sure.
Bert obviously will do it.
Yeah, Bert would love to. Bert's going
I'm
to...
thinking outside of the comedy box.
Yeah.
So much. Do you know what I mean? Not just famous guy. Who was famous people have I run into? Warren Sapp.
That'd be badass, dude. Fastest
Warren
first step
Sapp
in
puts it
football,
up.
dude.
If Warren Sapp bigs me up,
That'd be badass.
that would be great.
Because that was always cool where I would see, like, Schultz has got a lot of very famous people following him on Instagram. And I remember years ago he put up a special and, like, I think one of the pro wrestlers that I'm a fan of was like, this is awesome. And you're like, hey, I see your comment because I follow you. That's awesome.
I wish Joel Embiid or someone on the Eagles would.
I mean, The Rock promoted Schultz's special.
Did he?
Yeah.
Really?
He's like friends with The Rock or whatever. He's got an internet friendship with The Rock.
Really?
Yeah. He's always drinking Terramana, bro.
I'm telling you, though, it is, and again, God bless Schultz and all his success. For him, I feel that same 99%, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And then the envy, but in that 1%, I'm able to absolve or, like resign myself to the idea that I don't want that laugh.
Yeah.
I don't want
your laugh.
Like me and you talked about this before.
We talk about it a lot.
With the Shane thing. It's like, dude, I can't, like, exactly that. Like, I don't want the pressure. I'm feeling this pressure of not fucking up and being weird with Everlast. If me and The Rock rubbing back and forth, I'd just be like...
You saw me how I was in the
I also whiffed them. I was friend Opie from Sons of Anarchy, the guy who played Beta on Walking Dead, reached out to me first or something, and then before you know it, it's like 3 things I've written and nothing ever came back, and you're like, all right. All right.
You saw how I acted. You saw how I acted with Conan.
I was telling that at basketball today. We were laughing because Tom listens to the show from Gas, and we were laughing. He goes, Conan O'Brien, thank you so much, Conan O'Brien.
Conan O'Brien, I love you so much. It was like the Kurt Metzger, David Tell story.
Yeah, you didn't say Conan O'Brien, though. You just said Conan, but it was still like they were hilariously forced Conan's. Oh man, how have we not? Such as potheads that we are. How have we not discussed what me and Dan were subtly laughing about? And if you rewind, you can catch this during the Joey Logano interview. Dan was on a roll of something that was heavy wrestling reference.
Oh yeah, the NWO
and
thing.
when Logano was starting to, I forget what the transition was, but I remember you went, he's like, yeah, I guess we're turning on the
NWO thing.
The NWO is turning on a thing, and then you come out and do the thing, and it was something just like
died.
3 or 4 things as it was dying out. He goes, and then it comes like, yeah, it's like Joey Logano for life. Jacob, you had a question?
Yeah,
dude, it was.
I felt it.
In between, you see me and Dan start both laughing, but I started laughing so hard that I was like,
yeah, I bailed, dude. I could feel it, not feel it.
I was like, Dan. I feel you starting to. I saw it starting to fade.
Yeah, I was like, this is not. He's not going along with this.
It's like right from some words. And he was like, yeah.
You know what it was? Is I said Quaker State when I brought up another sponsor.
Oh, yeah, he goes, we've been working for Quaker State the whole time. The whole time it's been Quaker State. Jacob, you have a question?
But dude, when he did that, he was like, you could see him be like, "Nah, I ain't down with that."
Oh
I've
shit!
bailed so many times. I've had so many of those on this show.
Dude, it was
just having something, and I'm like, and let's just get out of this. I don't want to fucking.
Dude, I wish we could have that
I love
transition.
that he
Dan,
just-
you have a?
I was like, Jacob. I just knew I could go to Jacob.
You have some thoughts?
Jacob, talk to your Jacob. Do you talk to him? I just took an L.
You didn't take an L at all. I just
It
know
was perfect.
it was. Yeah. And by the way, he wasn't turned off by it. You're wrong. Whatever it was, you thought it was something, so you were going for it.
I saw him get weird when I said Quaker State.
But it's 100% in your head.
Probably everything's in my head.
Yeah, your head's
Also, he had
nuts.
Pennzoil
fucking
people in the
portrait.
room with him.
Yeah, there's like people behind the computer being like, "That's not."
We're not down with that.
But he did toss to Jacob
Hey,
efficiently.
He didn't come to my stand-up show,
Dude,
did he?
He left without saying goodbye to me.
do you think he hasn't taken off the suit yet? He was wearing the suit in an office.
What if that's his weird thing?
Does he have to do that when he does the interviews, you think? They make him suit up?
To go put it on.
Yeah, they
Well,
probably
he's
right.
representing all the sponsors.
Oh, yeah. I never got to ask him if he gets to watch the Snap-on girls do the photo shoots for the thing.
Oh, that's great. You should get sponsors for the special.
Put it all over my shirt. I really should have. Pennzoil.
Dude, just reach out to like sponsors and start wearing sponsored hoodies.
That's Lewis's game. Lewis does that, actually.
Really?
Yeah, like Yo Kratom and shit. He's sponsored by Yo Kratom. Yo Kratom presents Look at Lewis Train. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen, and he gets money for it.
When dispensaries open up here, I'm going to get sponsored by like cookies.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, do you want to watch me my Insta story where I talk to Myrtle on our walk?
The thing about, I know it's money when you get into like internet sponsorship and it's in the middle of like all your dumb shit. Like some girl's got to go, or Justin Silver's got to go. Guys, this stuff really gives me the boost I need for working out and blah, blah, blah. Check it out. They're awesome. And it's like,
I can't wait.
I get it on podcasts, like you do them,
Sure.
and they're gone. It's
But
like it's plugged in later. It's whatever it is.
We're 2 years away from it being in stand-up acts where you go, I stopped at the gas station. It was a Sunoco.
That's how I get down, because same price, cash and credit. Rare.
Lowest prices and a delicious assortment of drinks and snacks. You're like, what? Anyways, I'm on the date.
The freshest coffee, no pot ever over 20 minutes old.
I take her out to Olive Garden because when you're there, you're family.
Try the tour of Italy, featuring a gnocchi, a piece of lasagna, and our famous breaded chicken parmesan.
Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. Dating is weird.
Yeah, so we're at the Olive Garden, and we're talking. We're hitting it off.
We're kissing.
She's liking what she's seeing. I got to swing by the store to buy some condoms, and while I'm there, you might as well get Trojan Ecstasy condoms. Trojan Ecstasy condoms, everybody, with the new heating gel that's for her pleasure. Keep it erotic, keep it Trojan.
J-Man, out.
Now, so I put the condom on.
We need to start putting, Ari's right, though. We need to start putting together this list.
Compiling my celebrity list.
Yeah, when do you think, like, is the special going to come out before Christmas or after Christmas?
After.
Okay. January.
Hoping end of January, first week of February.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be, the promo's going to suck dick.
What, promoting it?
Yeah, it's going to blow. I probably have to do a week of Bonfire in LA at least.
Yeah.
At least a week or two, probably.
Yeah, you have to go out there, go to Austin.
Yeah, we'll go together.
Yeah, dude. I can go to Los Angeles.
Maybe do a week together.
Yeah, dude, I'd do that.
And I'll go do all the podcasts and get the funks out of there.
Yeah, I do. I really do dislike LA.
Yeah, me too. But if we go together, it does make it better.
It does.
We do the shows and we hang out as friends at night.
Those studios are
Leave
awesome.
the bitches at home, dude.
Whoa.
Leave them bitches at home.
Whoa.
It's me and you go. Set us loose. No one ever cut the dogs loose out in Los Angeles.
But I can do it probably in, would it be in January or February?
February, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of this cold bitch for a week.
Yeah. January in New York, actually not January, February in New York is in March.
It's a nightmare.
Are the toughest.
Did you write that down, Jacob, so we can get a whole crew out there, you think?
I'll check.
Why don't they want to let you guys see the LA studios? This company's weird as shit.
Yeah, dude, they really are. They're like being friends with a religious kid when you're young.
You know what?
You go, what do you mean?
They can't send us out to the other studios for one. I know we
You go,
can
what do you
go.
mean? What do you mean you
That's
don't
not
celebrate
happening.
birthdays?
It's not happening for sure.
They're not sending us for that. No.
Really? Just to do the shows all together in a room out in Los Angeles? What'd be the problem with that? Maybe we can get some big guests. Maybe we can get some big guests from my list of promoting people.
Like Wayne Newton.
Perhaps we can get Wayne Newton.
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
He was in Vegas the time we were in Vegas.
Really? Well, I mean, I think that's where he lives in his bubble. They've got him like a snow globe.
No, dude, he was doing Donkey Shane live at the...
I swear
At
he was
Skankfest?
performing. I swear he was
I
performing.
believe you. No, he didn't sound like that anymore.
I know.
Donkey Shane, darling. Yeah, he's all deep voice now.
Yeah, but when he was young, that voice was...
It's creepy.
Yeah, it is creepy.
And seeing it come out of his little chipmunk head,
I thought that was a woman.
whatever his
for the
weird,
longest
whatever his
time.
weird nationality is.
Do you think he tried to sue the Chipmunks for being based on him?
Donkey Shane.
His little weird mouth when he
Everyone
does
knows I'm Alvin. You made Alvin after me.
it. Look at him.
Beat
looks
your
like-
meat.
He looks like just
Donkey Shane.
He looks like just one of the guys.
Yeah, really. He's
his
got to
video.
push. He's got to show a guy his tits to prove that he shouldn't have sex with him. It's going to be gay sex you're going to have. Yeah, I hate
Damn,
it.
dude, he stayed in that lane. He stayed in that lane for damn near a century.
It's like a haunting, this thing.
If I heard this on a record player in a scary house, I got pissed. I got piss running down my leg.
That's what they got you with that. What was that Insidious? The Insidious movie. It was "Tiptoe Through the Tulips" by Tiny Tim. What song kept coming on? It's so eerie if used right.
All you need is high-pitched vocals in an old house
From a man,
more than 50 years ago.
a man with Snip Nuts voice.
You got castration level voice, dude.
Fuck that.
Hey,
Great
hey.
bad guy though in Ford Fairlane. Great bad guy.
Who, Wayne Newton?
Yeah, he was the bad guy in Adventures of Ford Fairlane.
Oh, dude, I don't remember that.
So good.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget that The Bonfire's a radio show, a full show. We got a studio and everything. You can listen to us on SiriusXM or on the SXM app. It's basically the same thing. Go to SiriusXM.com/bonfire for a special offer.